Okay, and I hope everybody saw the director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett, today during his press conference, referred to Elanya, the first friend, as an IT consultant. But it's funny how the other people refer to him as a special government employee, and what have you. And of course, he has been on Twitter saying that he's been had, governmental clearance and all the things. Really? I don't see that, sir. I don't see that. Maybe for certain programs you had like a special clearance, but this other rating of departments, absolutely not. Anyways, I know that y'all have seen that this man has said that they have created, 180 jobs because he was like, "Oh, I'm so glad to be back and so glad for all these things." After y'all done ruined about what 20, 30,000 people's lives, but you've created 180 jobs for your little friends. Cute. Then he goes to say that how much Biden left inflation, and it was out of control, and these policies, and he was just like, why did they do that? And we haven't seen this much inflation since Jimmy Carter. So then of course, and he was talking about they didn't have all of this during their first term, of course, because you inherited Obama's economy. So let's go ahead and talk to the people and tell them exactly why we're going to all these things. And he was just like, we're looking at cutting spending, but Elania's still spending, the government contracts, the trucks that he wants everybody to buy. Then he was saying that they're going to expense new factories, and it's going to be an explosion of supply, and that way, with the reduction of government inflation, of demand, the inflation will go down. Now, I don't know where he's going to get these factories from and who's going to build them and all these things. But I need for someone to take him to Econ 100, just the 100 level, because then he, goes on to the 10-year treasury going down because of the 40 basis points, and saying that, it's only because the market had faith in them to have the ability to bring down inflation, and they're going to be working on it across the board. And he was like, and then they're going to be able to, he's like, in mortgage terms, he was like, we're going to be able to save families $1,000 a year on their mortgage. That's roughly about 82 to about 90 something dollars a month. Which family is gonna be affording the mortgage? Because if you ain't in the mortgage now, I don't see it happening in this term. I don't see it, because y'all done took all them people jobs. Um, and then he was going on to the reciprocal trade thing, and they're always saying how the U.S. was mistreated and whatnot. But won't they mistreated during his administration too? So he was just letting it, because remember how he was like, well, who did this deal? And they had to come back and tell him, but you did, sir. And this is also where we found out that a lot of people didn't understand what park rangers do. They don't just, chase off bears and things. They actually go to school for, their job, and being able to understand the environment and all the things that go with it, and still be able to save you whenever your dumb ass veers off, the downtrodden path, because that's where we're all at this point. Because they said that they gained 625 million acres for energy exploration, and after the savings of this quarter of the GDP, then I can go ahead and tell you all them numbers is wrong. But he also stated that they cut back 50 years of red tape that was blocking, this forward movement. Y'all remember during that first term how many communities were affected and harmed by the drill baby drill situation? Yeah, go look that up. But he was like, we want to let people know that if they get a new home, they can take a shower, they can flush the toilet, and that they can read a book under a light bulb. Now, I don't know what y'all got going on in y'all house, because I have seen the trend of, you ain't broke until this, or, you don't know broke until this, whatever the thing is. But I mean, it, there are some unhoused. But he does he know that we all ain't living in tents and igloos and stuff? That we ain't out here walking around with lanterns and drafty castles and what have you, because the hell. And then please help somebody help him breathe at that microphone, because that was treachery at its finest. But y'all, these are our leaders. We don't want to stick beside them.